Hi everyone. The build I'm going to show you is my favorite build. I think it works the best out of all my builds. It's very easy to use as long as you can use the Ravenous properly. Before I get into the pieces, I'll show you some videos. I think there are about 5 of them. They demonstrate how well it works. The first one is the build standing inside of a rogue's oxidizer cloud, and in that I'm only losing bonus armor from Adrenaline Rush and the talent on the Ravenous. I don't lose any of my other armor. It's at night, so it's a little hard to see.
Rogue agent detected. Rogue explosive trap detected. Hostile explosive trap detected. Rogue striker drone detected. Hostile striker drone detected.
Oxidizer should come about.
Nearby.
There you go, there's the oxidizer.
Rogue artillery
And my bonus armor is keeping me up, not losing any armor.
artillery turret detected.
So the rogue just stopped fighting me. Even the oxy couldn't stop me. The next video is a 1v5 with rogue agents, Roosevelt Island on heroic. It even shows 2 flame turrets against me,
Rogue blinder
and I'm still
firefly
able to fight
detected.
those.
Hostile blinder firefly detected.
It's kinder to yourself if you just
Rogue
die.
defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone
This gun just
detected.
can't keep up with me.
Rogue sniper turret detected. Hostile sniper turret detected.
I'll get that agent.
Rogue incinerator turret detected.
So things weren't going out well for them, so they busted out the
Hostile
flame
incinerator
turrets.
detected.
There were 2 of them. I don't have Hasbro on this build, but the technician specialization gives you the EMP grenade. So I just EMP'd the skills and fought the turrets. I do break the turrets, it just takes some time.
Holy shit.
I have the Catharsis on this build, so I am getting
Oh.
healing from the Catharsis during all of this. It's working in the background. I have the neutral light setting on, so it makes things a little bit harder to do at night. Takes away artificial lighting. The talent on the chest piece is perfectly efficient in this video, but eventually I swapped the 2 pieces of
Rogue striker
Brazos
drone detected.
and used normal efficient.
Hostile striker drone detected.
Sven dies, so I go to revive him. Even when I'm getting lit on fire right there, I'm standing in the Catharsis cloud, so I was still getting some healing. And you can see that I was able to run for a long time getting hit by the rogues without dying.
Allee, godverdomme.
And that's Max in the background cussing. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to another part where I just go and fight him in the back.
Repairing armor. Cover me. Grenade out. I have a wire. I'll make it quick.
The build can take a lot of punishment, but if you can use the Ravenous, you'll be doing pretty well. They break out grenades, flame grenades. Later in this video, you'll see some
Rogue bombardier
fire
drone
cam launchers on me.
detected.
3 of them in a row, but that doesn't
Hostile
stop me.
bombardier drone detected.
That's mainly because of Adrenaline Rush, and this build has a lot of
Jesus
protection
Christ,
from
man.
elites.
Shit.
And of course it uses the defender drone, so I have a lot of defensive talents going on, and they can't stop me. It even works against purple, outcast, machine gunners with golden bullet. With all the talents, you can stop them without dying. There's a flame grenade because the rogues just couldn't kill me. Gonna skip ahead a little bit. It's where I get lit on fire 3 times, but that still can't stop me. Three fire clouds. Still can't stop me. Okay, the next video should be the District Union Arena boss on Legendary. I'm going to skip to just the boss itself. We did the whole fight in 3 minutes. One of the easiest fights I've ever done at District Union Arena on Legendary. I'm pulling aggro, facing the boss away from them so they can hit his backpack. At this point we've already broken the backpack, but I'm just pulling aggro, just showing you that the build works so well, even on higher difficulties. I use it on boss fights. Tidal Basin Legendary boss fight, District Union Arena right there, the Capital, Legendary Manning Zoo, nearly all of them, and it works very well. The next one is me without the Ravenous, but with the same build. I was doing a convoy with some buddies. We had the ammo directive and I got disconnected, so I could only use the Ravenous, or only the D50. I didn't have any ammo when I came back in. The only armor I lose is from Adrenaline Rush, but the talent gives me armor every few seconds, so the build works out very well, even without the Ravenous. Eventually I get ammo, and everything's good. And the last one is just the end of a control point on Heroic against all elites. With the Catharsis, the more punishment you take, the more healing you're going to get from the healing cloud. And the healing cloud works with total armor, so you get armor, bonus armor from the Ravenous and Adrenaline Rush. All that comes together with the armor on the build that the healing is based on. The build has 2 armor cores. Because of Brazos, I have a skill tier 6 build. Technician gives a skill tier, and the Brazos gives an extra skill tier, so I'm able to invest in 1 other armor core. Okay, now I'm going to show the build pieces. The build is with Technician. It gives you the Artificer Hive. The Artificer Hive sends out little drones that buff your turrets, buff your drones. Keep your drone up if you're using the Defender drone, but you have to have a skill tier 6 build to keep the Defender drone up. Otherwise it breaks. The damage reduction on the drone at level 23, Expertise 23, is 64.5%, so I'm getting almost 65% damage reduction on all damage coming in that I'm being hit with. It's at Expertise 23. Now, I'll let you know, when you're at the Expertise table, the upgrades will say 1% damage reduction increase, but the total reduction that you will get overall per upgrade is only 0.5%. So, going from no expertise to expertise 23, you're getting half of 23%. But still, that's added to the drone, and that's very good. The build has 80, maybe 76% protection from elites. It can have 78 if you have 6 full protection from elites mods. I have 4 and 2 12% mods. I'm using improvised gloves, holster, and knee pads to reach higher protection from elites values. The Catharsis, when taking a certain amount of hits, triggers a healing cloud. The healing cloud, when triggered, reduces or removes status effects. In the build with the 5 rogues, I'm being hit by the flame turrets, being hit by the rogues, being hit by a sniper turret. And when that happens, and I'm on fire, the fire status effect that I'm under goes away and keeps allowing me to fight the turrets that are lighting me on fire. And like I told you earlier, the cloud, the healing cloud that drops on the ground when you're taking damage, heals you based on how much armor you have. And right here it says max armor. So like I said earlier, that works with Adrenaline Rush from the bonus armor you receive. The backpack has a skill tier. Normally it comes with an armor core. With the skill tier, I'm able to have a second piece that has an armor core on the chest piece. The chest piece talent is efficient. I find it useful. You can use something like Intimidate. And it takes some time if you're swapping chest pieces to be able to use efficient, but I don't use different chest pieces when I'm fighting. So like I said, this build has 2 armor cores. If you don't have a piece of Brazos rolled skill tier, like I have it, you won't have as many armor cores. And that won't allow you to reach skill tier 6. Skill tier 6 is required, like I said, to have your Artificer Hive keep the drone up. You might be able to craft the backpack, and if you got Adrenaline Rush when you're crafting, you could give the backpack a skill tier. Otherwise, you'd have to farm it. You probably won't need all that crit chance I have. You don't have to have a backpack like this. But since a buddy gave it to me, I used it, and it works very well with this build. And like I said, the build has a Ravenous. The way the Ravenous works is that you can build bonus armor, and you can do damage based on your weapon damage. I don't really use the weapon damage talent, but I'll show you how the Ravenous works. Right now, I'm at the range. Here's an invulnerable elite. I'm going to be stacking bonus armor. Now if you look on my screen, Adrenaline Rush is being working 3 times the normal value right now. That's because this target right here and these targets, they're within range of Adrenaline Rush. I think you have to be, 10 meters within range of an NPC to get bonus armor. And being that close, you'll be able to use a Ravenous and trigger bonus armor. You can even hit heads when you're that close, even though the Ravenous has terrible handling. What I'm going to show you right now is all the bonus armor I'm going to have from Adrenaline Rush and the Ravenous, and with all that bonus armor, I can damage myself to the point where I receive healing from the Catharsis. Now, in the open world, you'll have the drone working for you, so you're going to get 65% more damage reduction. Right here in the range, if I pop the drone, the Artificer Hive won't keep that drone up, so it'll break immediately. So I'll build bonus armor, damage myself, trigger the Catharsis, and I'll be healed. Okay, so the Ravenous got triggered, or Catharsis got triggered. We're stealing healing from the Catharsis. So that's the build. Like I said, it has a Catharsis for healing, the Defender drone to protect you 65% from all the damage you're taking, and it has, let's see, I'll show you the stats. You have crit chance on this build and crit damage. You probably don't need all of that, like the pieces I have, but it helps out. And for the stats, I have 76% protection from elites. You can get it up to 78% if you have 6 full protection from elites mods. With the improvised that I have, you can equip those mods. They are, the pieces have skill tiers and crit rolls, and you can craft those at the crafting station. I chose to get crit rolls and then roll skill tiers on them, but if they come with crits and a skill tier, you can always roll a crit value on that. This is just how I have it set up. This build is not too difficult to make. You just need the Ravenous and Catharsis. I tried it with Ridgeway's Pride. You do get regen from that, so if you're within range of an NPC and you're triggering bleed on them, you would get regen. But the regen does take time, and I find that if I'm in a serious fight, taking a lot of damage, I find that the Catharsis is a bit more useful, especially when I need it. So that's the build. It's my favorite build. It's extremely effective. It just takes some time to get used to. It's different than red builds where you're just aiming the entire time. So if you have the pieces, I recommend it. It's very useful.